Sofrito Lovers, this is Ben Ramos bringing you this week's mukbang from my palatial home here in the Northwest Bronx, the Bronx. It's the home of hip-hop and salsa. I am bringing you just some delicious, delicious Caribbean Latino food. I am bringing you some yuca covered in salsa and something that I cooked. All of this was homemade by me last night. It's Monday night. Sunday nights I tend to cook over my partner's house, David's house. Albondigas, Spanish for meatballs. So these are meatballs that have been stewed. Albondiga, guisada. Stewed meatballs, and instead of having them with rice and beans and all that, I made some yuca. Those of you guys, well, before I get into the food etymology and the food history, Buen Provecho. I know some of you are like, are those potatoes? These are not potatoes. These are yuca. Yuca's like, it's a tuber related to the potato family, but it's not really a potato. It's its own type of tuber. It is indigenous. It is indigenous to the Caribbean and South America. But due to colonization, the African slave trade, it is now found throughout Africa, West Africa, and a lot of parts of Asia. Maybe even Europe. You English language folks, you refer to it as cassava. Oh, I made these meatballs. You know what? They taste better today than they did yesterday. Yesterday, I felt they were a little bland. Today, it's a good recipe. Today, these albondigas, these meatballs are on point. Again, stewed meatballs done Puerto Rican Dominican style, and some yuca, which all you basically do is you boil it for about half an hour to 40 minutes in salted water. Again, yuca, indigenous to the Americas, but is now found throughout Africa, throughout parts of Asia. A lot of Filipino dishes also include yuca. I don't know if they call it yuca, they may call it cassava. I know in West Africa, they call it cassava. I believe the term yuca, which is not Spanish anyway. I think yuca is kind of like an indigenous name or a bastardized version of an indigenous name for what this wonderful tuber is. It's not as flavorful as potatoes are, but it's got a very interesting, dense, starchy taste. You can fry it, you can boil it. I've never heard of anyone baking it. Yuca is not as versatile as potatoes are. Okay, I'm all over the place. I'm talking food history. Y'all know me. Once I start talking about food history, I could get lost in it. So, Sofrito Lovers, it's been a while. It's been 2 weeks. Please forgive me. As you all know, I'm the worst mukbanger in the world. Mi gente, Sofrito Lovers, I've been busy. You know when I'm able to really make a video? When I'm not that busy and when I'm also feeling good. Things have been stressful. I don't want to carry on about work and all that. I just want to say work has been very challenging and my energy level after work when I make mukbangs has been really low. So I haven't been too inspired to make mukbangs. Today I had a good day, despite the fact that Mondays are usually really intense. I had a good day. I cooked this food last night in my kitchen in Washington Heights, and I brought a big portion for me to have lunch. I totally forgot to take it for lunch. So when it was lunchtime, I went like, oh no, my yuca and my albondigas. Oh well, it'll be dinner. And then I said, you know what? Depending on how I feel, it'll be a dinner mukbang. So guys, I made all this. The sauce has sauteed onions, peppers, and mushrooms. I threw in the mushrooms because David likes mushrooms. It's one of the few vegetables he'll eat. I mean, I don't know if mushrooms technically are a vegetable. Look at this, yuca. I love it. I was raised on this stuff. A lot of people from the Caribbean and South America and Central America and Mexico are raised on it. So, I'm not going to complain about work because I do that every mukbang now. Work has been challenging, and it's going to continue to be challenging, but I am going to be working this summer. So, you know, I had told you guys that there was a possibility I wouldn't be working at all in the summer or the fall. I'm still employed, you guys. If I do say so myself, they're pretty good. I know I do mukbangs, but would you guys care if I did a cooking video? Would you watch me cook if I walk you through the process of making Puerto Rican food? Would you care? Down below in the comment section, you want to see a Puerto Rican home cooking video where I show you the ingredients, I show you the directions, the methodology, and then eat? You guys let me know. I know there are tons of mukbangers that do that. They start their mukbang videos with like the cooking process. I know it can be a little polarizing. There are a lot of people that love that, a lot of people that hate that. There's not a lot of Puerto Rican mukbangers cooking Puerto Rican food for mukbang, so I know I'm kind of unique on that. So you let me know down below in the comment section. You want to see me cook? Vamos ver. Things are good. It was a crazy Monday, but things are good. I am dealing with some other life stress, but I don't always want to complain on these mukbangs and talk about life stress. You know what? Let's focus on something good. Let's focus on something good. My partner, David, is taking an online class, kind of sound engineering / songwriting. He's really excited about it. He seems to be doing well. He's happy about it. That anything that makes that man happy makes me happy. I didn't talk about this because I didn't make a mukbang, but talking about my partner, David, last Thursday, April 29th, was our 10th anniversary. We've been together for 10 years. Ten-year anniversary. He has put up with all of my shit for 10 years. Kind of cool in that we celebrated that night. I went over to his place and he cooked for me. He never cooks for me. Mostly because I don't like him in my kitchen. I mean, the kitchen is technically in his apartment that he pays rent for, but that's my kitchen. Like 95 to 99% of all the cooking utensils and gadgets and everything is mine. You know, I've always made the joke that if we broke up, I'd take everything in that kitchen and I'd leave him there with like one pot and one pan. But he cooked for me. He made these delicious oven-baked pork chops with mashed potatoes and some simple corn. It was delicious. I'm gonna insert picture here. So, yeah, 10 years. And now he's taking a sound engineering, songwriting class, and he's really into it. And you know how it is when you love somebody. When they're happy, you're happy. He's happy, I'm happy. He's busy with it. It's great. David is the type that I can tell. I've always noticed that when he starts preparing himself for something, or he starts doing something, he goes all in. I can remember when he would get scripts or songs for any of his musical projects. I mean, the way he studied scripts, the way he would study songs. I mean, he puts such a professional level of interest and focus. And I see that with him with this class, you know. It's great. And it's inspiring to me. I'm like, you know what? There have been a couple of writing classes I've been wanting to take. Maybe I should work on that, you know. Very inspirational, very generative ideas. My roommate is dealing still with his health issues and all the challenges, the drama, and the ups and downs of that. But, you know, my roommate is a survivor, and he's not going down without a fight. So he had a rough weekend. He was hospitalized, but he's back home. He was hospitalized Friday night and came back home Sunday afternoon. Simply a hospitalization because of precautionary measures. I don't want to get too much into it. It's his business. But he's doing great. He's in good spirits. I saw him on Saturday. Totally fine. He came home on Sunday. Again, it was a precautionary measure. He was never in danger. Nothing was, there was no crisis, you know. But sometimes these things happen. I'm going to be seeing my mom soon, probably next Sunday, May 9th, for Mother's Day. She's fully vaxxed. I'm fully vaxxed. I'm going to play it by ear, but I'm going to go see her. I haven't seen her in a while. Mostly because of the fact of the nature of my job and how I'm around a lot of people who have become ill. Yeah. Just a quick backtrack to the school thing. A lot of people have been getting ill in the New York City school system. So I've had a couple of scares where I've needed to be retested to make sure I'm fine. And I'm fine. I've never had anything. But whenever that drama pops up, I'm very careful with my roommate and extra careful with my mom. Because my mom is elderly, has cancer, has respiratory issues, has a heart issue. My mom has a lot of comorbidities. So just being very careful. I don't want her to get anything, and I definitely don't want to give her anything. But I'm going to see her next weekend, and we're going to have a nice time together. And wish her a happy Mother's Day. I know it sounds self-serving, but damn, this food is good. I put my foot in it. I put my foot in that pot. More yuca. A lot of people find yuca very dense and kind of bland. Yuca is often paired with sauces. Like, you gotta throw a sauce on it, or you make like a garlic oil infusion. And I think that taste, that flavor that yuca has mixes very well when you do an olive oil garlic. You know what? If you guys want to see me cook, maybe I'll start off with yuca. Look at this. Some nice sauce. Simple sauce, tomato paste, vegetables, oil, sazon, adobo. Maybe even a little sofrito if you have it. I didn't put sofrito in it because I know my partner hates cilantro, and sofrito is mostly made of cilantro. Maybe that's another video I'll make for you guys. Maybe I'll show you how to make a staple Puerto Rican you know, a staple Puerto Rican kitchen must-have, which is to have sofrito, which is a blending of different vegetables and spices that we use as a stock for everything. Okay. You guys know me. I never finish a plate, hardly ever finish a plate. I'm getting a little tired. I want to rest, I want to eat. Sofrito Lovers, it was great touching base with you. Now you guys have my wheels turning. I think, let me know again. Would you watch a cooking video? You want to learn how to make Puerto Rican food? Want to hear it from me? Give you a little bit of the methodology and a little bit of the history of the dish? Comment below. Maybe I'll make some yuca, maybe I'll make some sofrito. Sofrito Lovers, I'm finishing these albondigas, these meatballs off camera. Como siempre. It was good to touch base with you guys. Como siempre, mucho, mucho amor.